Here is my Alfasud. It's finally ready. I think I may keep this car. It is actually quite charming.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Hey guys, before the video starts, I want to give a big shout out to my sponsor Expel Malaysia. I believe in keeping my car looking the best because it makes me feel great and it inspires me to drive it more often. To do so, I use Expel's Ultimate Plus paint protection films and Expel's Prime window tints on my cars. I recently drove my new M2 competition 2000 kilometers to Thailand and back, and I had 0 stone chips because of the PPF, and I felt super comfortable and confident all the time because Expel's Prime window tints blocks out the hot sun and UV radiation as well. Now if you're looking for the best protection for your car and yourself, check out Expel's Malaysia's page and visit their newest headquarters in PJ. I'll drop the link in the description below for more information. With that, please enjoy this video.
Hey, you know what they say? Everything sounds better in Italian. No, quattro porte? What's that? 4 doors. Super leggera. What's that? Super light. Super valore. Super value. I'm saying this to just console myself because here is my Alfasud. It's finally ready, and I hope like when I say Alfasud many times, I'll feel better about my decision. All right. So come on, let's check out the Alfasud. Now, for context, I've owned this car now close to 11 months. I've driven it twice only. And it's been sitting in the garage being fixed by Kenzone over here. So it's finally ready to go. After painstaking finding spree and modification. Oh, such a tough project. It's finally running, right? A bit excited, a bit anxious. Halfway through, I feel like letting go of this car. Let's see if today changes how I feel about it, right? Let's go. This is the Alfasud. This is the Series 3. Now, for those of you who don't know, there are 3 series, A and B. Those cars are rusted to the ground. Long story short, they just have foam in the chassis and then they just, collect water. Series 3, less rusty. Okay. My favorite part of the car is actually the rear. It looks really nice. But let's talk about what happened, right? The biggest issue was actually the engine, not the chassis. We have a lot of rust in the engine itself. So the carburetor kept getting choked and we couldn't figure out what was going on. And we found out finally that the fuel tank was rusty. So it kept throwing rust into the tank, into the whole fuel system. Carburetor gets clogged up by rust. It was just, we even got a new carburetor, right? We cleaned it up. So sorry, we didn't get new carburetor. We cleaned up the carburetor, we started the engine, and then it got stuck. That's how rusty it is. I'll put in a clip for you to see how it looks like. It looks like, you know how when you finish your tea, you're pouring your tea leaf out, that's how rusty the tank is. Right? So that's one of the major modifications to this car. Right? And I'll share with you the build in a moment. Right? A lot of things are not original over here because they're hard to find parts. And that's why I really appreciate Kenzone. But one of the main things was actually the carburetor. Right, that was really tough to find a new carburetor. So I'm going to show you what I did. Well, my blunders. I bought myself a Weber carburetor because this is actually a Weber. Basically, for the Boxers Webers, they actually, what I know, I could be wrong, there are two flows over here. So this is a standard one with 1 flow. The 2 flows are a bit more harder to find. Right, so I bought this one. It cost me like, I think $500, $600, I can't remember, but I can't use this. So this one actually sold. And since we can't find one like that, we actually modified one from a Japanese car. Put it inside there. You see this thing? This is the throttle cable. It goes all the way in, right? So old cars, they use throttle to use the cable to open the valve and open, so this is how you throttle, right? So it goes all the way in. Normally, the original one is quite short. It's like, I guess, less than 2 feet. This one is 6 feet. 6 feet. This is the biggest modification down here actually. The fuel tank. So remember what I said earlier? In the past, it kept
dying. The engine kept dying. You know, you start and die, start and die. And when you work for a while, it kept dying because the fuel tank was full of rust. So it kept throwing rust into the engine. So we had two choices. Either we kept the old fuel tank, find a way to make it not rust, which is not the smart idea because you might get rust again. But the other option is to get a new fuel tank. So there you have it, this new fuel tank over here. This is actually from Asia, I believe. It's in Japan. So it won't rust because it's new materials. But here comes the problem. When you put a new fuel tank, a different size. The old one actually extends over here. So this is actually thicker, okay, but not as wide. This is something really cool. This car has two aircon condenser down here. So this is the condenser. Normally it's in front, right? This is down here. I tell you, the engineering is crazy. Okay, my aircon's not working because the pipes are leaking the gas. So I have no aircon in my car. But at least the car is drivable. Oh yeah, I have no handbrakes as well. So I'm going to figure that out myself. Right, so let's get back up and check out a few more things before we start the car for the first time after 11 months. So before we go on test drive, I just want to give a big thanks and shout out to Chris. Please subscribe to his channel, check out his channels on his travel, cars and stuff. He has been a big supporter of my project. In fact, he poisoned me
Yeah, I
to
think
get
so.
Italian cars.
He's still the first guy I know who bought 2 Alfa Romeos in one day. That was just unbelievable.
Who's that?
You!
Oh, don't know.
We went to see the 155, you bought it. The seller said, hey, you interested in Alfasud?
Yeah.
We went to see the Alfasud, you bought it.
And Baldwin as well. Thank you, Baldwin, for also poisoning, but encouraging me because many times in the middle I'm like, you know what, I give up. But you know what they say, Italian cars are full of emotion. Some days you love it, some days you hate it. That's like a real relationship, right?
You can't be a true car enthusiast until you own an Alfa Romeo. He bought 2 in one day.
I think I learned how to swear a lot after I got this.
Yes, in Italian. You must swear in Italian if the car will not understand what you say.
Vaffanculo,
Kalau mana
vaffanculo.
berfikulo then the car will go. Yeah. Anyway,
Right, thanks so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. And also thanks to Kenzone as well. He normally Ken doesn't take this kind of projects.
By appointment only, don't just bring your car here. By appointment only. This car to go.
Thank you so much for Kenzone. Look, if you're going to service the normal cars as well, they can do it over here. But Ken
Actually,
has
more normal cars than
classic cars.
It's only because of people like us.
Yeah. And thanks to your connection as well. But to do this car requires a lot of patience, a lot of resources, network, modifying stuff, all these kind of things. Not a lot of car workshops can do anymore. So Ken can do it over here.
The one good thing about this place you must remember is that they try and fix stuff first before they just replace. So a lot of stuff was fixed, but by virtue of age, a lot of stuff had to be replaced.
And modified because you can't find the
And
parts.
modified because you cannot find the parts.
That's the next level skill over here. So if they can do this, your normal cars, piece of cake for them, right? Modern cars, piece of cake for them, right? Yeah. Okay. Right. Thank you. Now it's my turn to get on the drive with this car. Let's see how it feels like.
Yes.
So interior, actually it's pretty okay. I mean, you look at most part of it is actually okay, with the exception of this little piece over here that's torn. And Chris Wee has very nicely helped me tape it up with duct tape. If you have old cars, you need to have duct tapes and cable ties, right? So this is done in a very nice fashion. And just the rear over there, we have some leather peeling off. The roof lining is non-existent, I guess. It's just this little cardboardish. But nothing, someone like DK Leather or nothing like any expert people with interiors can fix. Yeah, we can definitely put something up and make it very nice. I spent quite a lot of money in this car. Should I spend more? Alright, let me show you my bill. So some of you are wondering how much the bill cost. The financial damage is, look at it, it's 2-page. 2-page is never good, right? Ta-da! 16,000 ringgit. 16,000 ringgit. Alright, I bought the car for 1350. I spent now 16-ish, so it's now close to 30 grand in this project. So if I do the interior, I think it's another 5k. If I respray in the exterior, it's probably another 4 to 5k as well. The good thing though, there's no major rust on the exterior. Okay, so if I want to make it look the way I really want it to be, it's another 10 grand and I gotta get new pipes for my radiator, for my aircon, and I gotta get new bushings for my lower arms, new shock absorbers, handbrake cable. So if I really want to get it to the level that I really want, realistically it's probably 15 to 20,000 more. Let me know in the comments below, would you do it if this is your car? Yeah. Maybe I haven't really fallen in love with this car yet, I don't know. So what my plan to do is to drive it, own it for one month, see how it goes. If I really fall in love with it, then I'll restore it fully. If not, I'll find someone else that can love this car more than I can do it. Yep, so with that, let's go for a drive. Yeah, let's go for a drive. So did you start it this morning? I just had to start the car. Let's see. Moment of truth. After 10 months. Oh shit. I stepped on the gas. Oh, it's alright. Let's see. Maybe I should pump once and twice. I think I may keep this car. It is actually quite charming. There's something really nice about this car. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe because it's been not working for a long time and it finally works. That's the satisfaction in it. I don't know. But there's something about that boxer engine, right? You know, the whole driving sensation of this car so far is that boxer engine. The way that engine sounds. There's a little raspy tone to it. It's a bit like sporty to it. Yeah. I think I may keep this car for a little bit more. I'm not sure if I'm going to spend all the money in this car, but I think I may just polish up the car to see how the car looks like in its potential. And the interior I'm not going to do much because everything is still intact with the exception of little like tears here and there. I'm going to keep the whole interior. I'm going to clean it up nicely. You know, really fit all this leather with, you know, with a conditioner and stuff, you know. Then yeah, I'll probably do that. Yeah, so I'm not going to spend any more money on this car. I'm just going to make it look nicer.